53 is also a domain register, ability to check the health of your resources. The only AWS service which provides 100% availability is array, and while root 50, 53, 53 is a reference to the traditional DNS port. Let's look root 53 record types. A mean map a host name to IPv4. AAAA maps a host name to IPv6. CNAME maps a host name to another host name. The target is a domain name which must have an A or AAA record. Can create CNAME record for the top node of the DNS namespace zone Apex. Example, you cannot create for example.com, but you can create for worldwideweb.example.com. NS name server for the host zone and control how traffic is routed for a domain. Hosted zone, a container for a record that defines how to route traffic to a domain and its subdomain. Public hosted zone contain records that specify how to route traffic on the internet. Public domain name, application like application1.mypublicdomain.com. Private host zone contain records that specify how you route traffic with one or more VPC private domain names like application1.company.internal, and you can pay only 50 cents per month per host zone. Alias records map a host name to an AWS resource. An extension to the functionality automatically recognize change in the resource IP addresses. Unlike CNAME, it can be used for top node of a DNS namespace zone Apex, like example.com. Alias record is a way of a type A/AAA for AWS resource that IPv4/IPv6, and you cannot set the TTL. Alias record target Elastic Load Balancer, Cloud Front Distribution, API Gateway, Elastic Beanstalk Environment, S3 Website, VPC Interface Endpoint, Global Accelerator, Route 53 record in the same hosted zone, and you cannot set alias record for EC2 DNS name. Routing policy sample typically route traffic to single resort can specify multiple values in the same record. If multiple values are returned, a random one is chosen by the client. When alias enable specify only one AWS resource can be associated with health checks. Latency-based redirect to the resource that has the least latency close to us. Super helpful when latency for users is a priority. Latency is based on traffic between user and AWS regions. Germany user may be directed to the US if that's the lowest latency and can be associated with health checks has failover capability. Let's have a look what health check and what it has. HTTP health checks are only for public resources. Health check automated DNS failover. First, health check that monitor an endpoint like application server or the AWS resource. Health check that monitor other health check like calculated health checks. Health check that monitor CloudWatch alarm, full control like total of DynamoDB, alarm or RDS custom metric helpful for private resources and health check are investigated with CW metrics. So we're gonna go to geolocation different from latency based. This routing is based on user location, specified location by continent, country, or by US state. If the overlapping most precise location selected should create a default record in case there no match on location, use case website localization, restrict content distribution, load balancing can be associated with the health checks. Traffic law simplify the process of creating and maintaining records in a large and complex configuration. Visual Editor to manage complex routing decision trees. Configuration can be set as traffic flow policy can be applied to different routes. 53 hosts so different domain name and support. Versioning IP-based routing. Routing is the base of a client IP addresses. You provide a list of CIDRs for your client and the corresponding endpoint location user IP to endpoint mappings. Use cases optimize performance, reduce network costs, for example, route and user from particular ISP to specific endpoint. Multi-value used when routing traffic to multiple resources. From 53 return multiple value resources can be associated with a health check return only value for healthy resources. Up to 8 healthy records are returned for each multi-value query. Multi-value is not a substitute for having an ELB. So thank you so much for watching my this tutorial video and please subscribe, like and share this video to support me. And let's see in the next tutorial video. Thank you so much. Bye.